welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Motorsport with some more multiplayer races. For this session, we were using A-class cars. However, they could not be fitted with race tyres, and they had to weigh at least £3,500. The reason for these regulations was just, I say for variety's sake. Often when we do these, the smallest, lightest cars are generally the way to go. So by forcing them to be a certain weight, it opens up different vehicles to being used. And likewise, by removing the race tyres, the idea was to get a good variety of vehicles. And I have to say, it worked pretty damn well. I opted for a fairly safe bet, a C4 Corvette. You get some pretty big tyres. The weight is very close to the limit. I could put the 6.2 V8 in it. And yeah, my hope was this was going to be a pretty strong overall car. For our first race, we are at the back. This is going to be an interesting experience, I think. We're at Mugello. I have got my Corvette and we are ready to go. I feel like this car is pretty solid in terms of options. It's a good handling vehicle, decent straight line speed. It's certainly not the slowest down the straights here. Mugello, though, quite the handling test for a car. You're going to want a lot of grip around here. The Corvette seems like a pretty solid option here. Not quite going to be, it's 3 wide. This is the problem, right? We want to make up time early on. We absolutely want to try and make up some time, but it's very difficult when they're 3 wide in front. There's a sort of limit to what you can do. We're kind of around the outside of the Ferrari on one corner, you're inside for the next. It's 2x2 all the way down here, which is, it just makes progress very difficult. We will try and pick up places where we can. The Evo is a little slow off the corner, so we're going to try and pounce, but it's the outside here, which is a long way to go. You're in the inside, though, for the next corner. Then you're on, promise you, you're inside for one corner. Oh, outside for the next. Thought we were going to tuck into line behind the Evo and just misjudged it slightly. Got an LFA up in front. I mean, these things, this whole selection of cars are a little bit heavier than perhaps normal to try and encourage some different vehicles being used, which is working, definitely. There's a whole bunch of different cars around. An Evo 10, a little bit more of a sensible choice of car. We're going to go around the outside, and that's going to be another position for us. Right, LFA, it might sound amazing, but I do want to try and find a way past if we can at all here. Unfortunately, no, got too much understeer mid-corner. Not quite going to be able to punch off of that one quite how we wanted to. We're going to be on the outside for the final turn, although I think we're going to be ahead on the way in, which will work for us. Liam's actually had a pretty good start with that, with the more modern Corvette up ahead. Liam was just able to get into a better position through the early part of the lap than we were. If you can do it, great, but it is not the easiest thing to do. We have got more speed than the Evo 10. That will put us past and up a spot for now. There are a couple of cars going a little bit wide. Can't quite turn in where I want to. There is an Evo alongside. Oh, it's all fine. We make it through. We are out the other side in one piece. It looks like the Corvette's got a little bit stuck behind the 850. The 850 actually much better in this game than in previous Forza games. I love the car, but it's always been very difficult to make work in Forza. But it's actually not too shabby in this one. You can definitely make them be a lot more competitive than they have been in previous Forzas. We're going to get up the inside of the Aston Martin there. That is a golden opportunity. I mean, that is a little bit of what you've got to do in this race. Mugello is tough to pass around, so sometimes when you see that opportunity, you have just got to go for it. And Scotty was a little bit slow off just one corner, and we had the grip to put the Corvette where it needed to be. We are all getting stacked up. Well, it's just stacked up a little bit behind Shadow. Shadow's got a lot of corner speed, but I don't think that Lexus has got a huge amount of straight line speed in all of this. I'm going to guess the 850 is quite a beast down a straight. That might be why it has been causing grief for people. We're going to try and pass both the Beamers in one go here. It's sneaky. It might work for us. It might not. The M2 is going to try and fight back. Can we fire this in with some speed? We can. On that sort of wider line. Javi was on just such a tight line. They were going to struggle to get the car off the corner. We've got the back end all over the place through here. It's fine. We keep it together as we chase after the glorious LFA. There is a Porsche out very wide. Up ahead, we will maybe be able to chase it out. I mean, we're not winning this race, right? We started at the back. We were a long way back. It was always going to be very difficult. We lose so much time early on that it's very, very tough to go chasing after the cars at the very front. We have got more straight line speed than that Lexus. Here we go. Down towards turn 1. Is Shadow going to defend? Not quite. I'm not sure I am close enough, though, to do all that much into the first corner. So yeah, Liam's Corvette up ahead is very slow down a straight. So we saw it got past that Porsche and then got absolutely murdered by turn 1. So that does not have any straight line speed whatsoever. That's fine. Can we do... I mean, I think that Lexus has got too much grip for us to do a sneaky pass on it. You know, like we did to Scotty, I don't think we can set it up here necessarily. See, I'm going for the slow into the first part of that to get fast on the exit. We're closing, but we're not going to be able to do anything down here. We have to follow the Lexus through this section. We've got good speed here. We've definitely got the pace on the LFA, but I'm not going to be able to look for a way past here. Got a good run up the hill through this next section. I'm looking for any window of opportunity, but there's none. Nothing giving at the moment. Be neat and tidy. There might be a window of opportunity through here. Shadow's a little bit wide through the first part. Not quite enough, though, for me to pounce. Now, the group ahead are all starting to slow each other down. We're going to come join. I mean, the second we get involved in this, Javi's going to be right back with us here. Can I get the nose underneath? See, I think Liam's about to run into issues against the Viper and the Aston Martin. Cars that are big and heavy, probably a bit cumbersome in the corners, but I bet really fast down the straight. That poor Corvette is about to have some problems. The Aston Martin struggling with the handling. Not a surprise. I love that thing. V600 Vantage is a wonderful car, but it's not a handling machine, I can tell you that much. Right, we didn't get a very good exit out of that final corner, which is a little bit of a shame. We're going to come under threat, I think, from the BMW. It's got a lot of speed, got a lot more speed than me down towards turn number 1. Is Javi going to be able to do anything about Shadow? No, we're going to go for a really brave manoeuvre here. My hope is at least that Javi gets caught up on the inside with too much traffic. So we're kind of, well, I say defending, not so much defending as finding a way back past with a sneaky manoeuvre. Now the issue I've got is I want to try pass on Shadow and Coffee, but if I go too brave, we're going to end up getting passed by Javi here. We're all looking for ways past each other. Can I go for a good exit on this section? Shadow's going to do to Coffee exactly what I want to do. Can we get the nose alongside here? Not quite. We might be able... Oh, it's going to be a long way around the outside here if we can do it. Be the inside for the next corner, that's my hope. I think we've got the grip against the Aston Martin here to do this, but it's such a tight line. Such a difficult pass, that one. We just did not quite... I mean, we got it done. It was not the clearest. The problem is the time loss in doing that. Did not quite have the grip to ultimately do what I wanted to through that section. We have made it work. I mean, we're up to 9th place now. We are not quite... Don't think we're going to be close enough to the cars ahead for the run into the first corner. I mean, it's been a great little battle, mid-pack battle, really, for us. I don't think we're that far. Pace-wise, I think we're there or thereabouts in this car. I think we've been pretty competitive in terms of lap time. Just traffic loss. I mean, Peg is 7.1 seconds in front, which is not that much. After the first couple of laps where we lost the majority of the time, it's not that much different to where it has been. Shadow found a way past Longbow's Porsche. They're not great through the final corner for me, but will we have slipstream? Is Javi close enough? I hope not. That's the goal. The goal is to have that BMW too far away to have a look into turn 1. Last time we could just brave it around the outside. BMW's not going to be close enough. We know we're good under brakes as well into the first corner here. The Viper's struggling a little bit for straight line speed. Longbow's locked the brakes up. Longbow's locked the brakes up, and I was already committed to my line into that corner. I was already on the brakes and already at maximum commitment. I saw it happening. I just couldn't do anything to get my car out of the way. Now, we've put Shadow in an awkward spot here. Can we? It's very close. There was about a millimetre between me and the Lexus. Javi's given us a huge bump draft down the next straight. That might actually put me past the Lexus right there. Thank you very much to the BMW. Gave me a right kick down the straight. That was wonderful. That is bump drafting at its most effective. For me, Javi couldn't quite sort of follow through with that. Longbow, and I'm not sure who is in the Viper, Gibgob, struggling through this midfield section. I mean, I've got pace, but can't find a way to get past the Porsche here. Could we shove the nose up the inside? There's almost half a gap. Shadow's right behind now as well. It's going to want to have a look somewhere. So the difficulty for Shadow is you can't go and send it all the way up the inside anywhere, because you'll end up in the back of Longbow's car, because you're all so close together. I don't know if we've got many opportunities to find a way past that Porsche left here. Longbow kind of covering the inside quite nicely. There's no gap for a Corvette to look for a way past a 911. Even if we have got momentum somewhere, I mean, we're very quick actually through the chicane. Longbow's going to move to cover and does a good job. There was almost an overlap there for a Corvette to have a look. Can we shove it underneath Longbow through the final corner? We can, but we get a lot of understeer. It's going to be a drag race to the line here. I don't know if we're going to hold it, because that Porsche is rapid. Here comes the BMW. BMW might get all of us if we're not careful. I don't think they're going to just run out of time to do it. They do. Oh, bloody hell. That was manic. Actually, lap time-wise, pretty close. Liam's Corvette, the fastest. We really weren't that far off. We were just in the traffic. Once you're in that traffic, I mean, Javi was very quick as well. I don't know if we got a perfectly clean lap, to be honest. God, that was absolute madness. Wonderful battling. I like my Corvette. Solid overall car right there. Yeah, bloody hell. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, it was good fun. I'll take it. From the back of the grid, honestly, I can't, or from the back row, I really can't complain too much about that one. We head to Laguna for our second race, and we are quite a long way back. That is not ideal. Will the Corvettes be strong here? Oh, why has my fuel got reset? Oh, that has caused absolute... Actually, everyone did an incredible job. Why that car spawned in there, I don't know. But everyone, considering what just occurred, the fact that half the grid hasn't wiped out, well done everybody for figuring that. Turn 1 here is a little bit busy at the moment. Now, the X-Peg is an odd one out. Grumples was on, I mean, I guess a bit more natural line, a risky line to take at the first corner there. We're still on the inside. I mean, I'm trying to give some space to an Audi and a BMW. Yeah, Nissan is not going to find any room. That Beamer's very fast, but that Beamer is not going to have much grip. I am hoping the Audi gets stacked up on the inside and we hold on for dear life. There is a BMW slow up the hill. We're going to try and take our opportunities here. We will bobble across the curb. We are clear. We are now up into 6th. Not a bad start, actually, all things considered here. So the X-Peng's always an interesting choice. Can be quite rapid in this game. Very heavy, of course. But it is limited to about 120 miles an hour. You physically cannot get it to go any faster than that, which is crazy. And it will struggle down the start-finish straight. So it can be as fast as it likes around this part of the lap. Might not matter all that much when we get to the start-finish straight. We've got RS5 behind. It's all kind of getting a little bit busy down here. We get a bit of assistance into the final corner. That's okay. Now, I don't know, straight line speed-wise, I think let's get weighted on that one. Straight line speed-wise, we're pretty solid in terms of that. We're not the fastest, but we're not completely outgunned. The Ford with a little bit of, I don't know whether it was rear locking or just oversteer on the turn in there. Could not quite get around the outside of the BMW. Grumples is still looking for a way past here, and it is Grumple. Well, it was Grumple's pass briefly, a cutback from Scotty, and we are going to buy into this if BMW is quick enough. Well, we helped it. We very much helped the BMW through the corner there. The problem is we're stuck on the outside of the Ford. We get the move completed, although the Ford's cut back underneath. Do we have the power up the hill to fend off against the GT? We do. That will move us up a spot. Oh, the Ford's got a good exit though. Where is the Beamer going to go? Because the Beamer's going to try and defend from us, which is actually going to block the Ford off. Ford's going to get stuck trying to find a way past. We might actually be able to go around the outside of the first part of the corkscrew, trying not to cut the corkscrew. The Ford's going to get both of us down there. BMW is still stuck on the inside. We've all allowed Chris to get away with the X-Peg, and Pega's X-Peg is astonishingly quick, and I put a wheel on the gravel, and that is game over. We will recover the car back onto the circuit, but a quest for a podium is now out of the question, unfortunately. Yeah, we just... all it took was a tiny wheel on the grass, on the sands there, and it spat the car just enough. All that hard work, and it is for naught, which is a little bit of a shame, but we will now try and see if we can recover from here. Oh, the Cadillac got too late on the bright. I mean, that is a gift of some spots for me in that. Unfortunate for Liam there. Nothing they could really do. The Cadillac just couldn't quite get stopped in time. Right. Can we go chasing off? Now, I know Shadow's RS6 is a weird one. It has the GTR V6 in it, which is not an engine swap that you are expecting to see in one, but it surprisingly works quite well. Normally the big Audis struggle a bit on this game. With the PI, they really do struggle at times. Where on earth am I going to find a way past is a good question. I don't think we want to try and do it in the corkscrew. I mean, Gliska's not a million miles away in the RS5, so I mean, it might be, if we have a really good race, if our car is genuinely very fast here, there is a chance we could find a way, especially with Gliska having run wide at the corkscrew and got themselves in trouble. We get ourselves off the corkscrew quite nicely. I mean, I'm looking for where we might be able to find a way past. Can I sneak a move up the inside of the RS6 here? Not quite, and I've got to be careful because we've got a Cadillac behind us. Them two are going to really... They run the risk of fighting themselves into attrition up ahead, which... Oh, we're going to look for a way past. I think that RS6 is rear-wheel drive swapped as well. So, yeah, Shadow was so busy fighting Scotty. They both took such tight lines into that final corner. I was able to... Oh, that's way too deep. I was looking for the Hail Mary pass around the outside, and it didn't work. It didn't come, although we've got a great shot on the exit. Because, of course, on that super wide line, we can get back on the... You kind of get the crazy speed on the exit. We might be able to get out the inside of the Caddy through here. Very difficult overtaking spot to do it through there. Cadillac gives us space, and the Corvette's got the momentum to get that done. Will the Cadillac have a look? Is it going to be able to stop on that line? Just well enough. Can't quite do it. Right, we settle back into 10th. Yeah, little ambitious for our pass against Scotty there. I think that's a sort of, we're not running out of time, but that's we want to get past in a hurry and just took a bit too bigger a gamble into turn 1. I mean, I know the Corvette's great under brakes, but that was just far too bigger a gamble. We'll get off the corkscrew very nicely. That Cadillac struggling with rear end grip, or a lack thereof. We don't have that issue, but can't find a way past at the moment. We're losing stacks of time here. We have got genuine pace. Pega's X-Peg is ridiculously fast around this track, although helped by pole position and able to run away. Scotty with a huge slide out of the final corner. I mean, that's going to cost some momentum onto the straight. Well, we're back to kind of roughly where we were last time around. What way is the BMW going to go? Kind of parks in the middle of the road, makes it difficult to... Oh, I misjudged the length of my car. Didn't realise we were going to bump the back of Scotty there. Yeah, makes it difficult for us. We are going to continue to fight against the Cadillac. Can I hold this around the outside? We're around the outside of one corner. Surely we can't do it around the outside of two. We're going to have to lift, and eventually we're going to just run out of grip trying to make that one work. Couldn't do it. Threw everything at it. Couldn't make that one stick, unfortunately. Right. What can we do from here? Shadow is right behind them. I think we've got legitimately good pace. It's just finding a way through. This might be an opportunity maybe to pass the Cadillac. We're to the inside of the corkscrew. Cadillac's going to go later on the brakes. I am going to just play it a little bit smart here. We're good off the corkscrew. We've got so much more traction than the RS6 that seems to be struggling. And sometimes converting the all-wheel drives to rear-wheel drive does make them difficult. If it is, I don't know if it is. It certainly looked very oversteery back there, which I can't imagine it would be with all-wheel drive. Scotty is once again defending into the final corner. We're all a little bit sort of stacked up through there. Can't quite find a way through. Now, we want a little. I'd love a little bit of clean track at some point. I'd love to see how fast it could go around here, but we have not had that luck really. Car Guy is once again looking around the outside. It's a cutback underneath, very, very good cutback. The problem is you end up on the wrong side for the next corner, which, if I get it right with the Corvette, we are going to shove a C4 in the gap that vaguely appears through that one. Car Guy actually ran it a bit wide on their own through there. There was a car width on the outside. Car Guy just put it a little bit wide, and we sneak our way up into 9th place. Now it's our turn to try and find a way past the Scotty train. I mean, there is a little bit of a Scotty train going on. We've seen it before, but it's a little bit. It's not the biggest train we've ever had, as we all fumble over each other trying to be the one to get past the BMW. Now, I'm not being very quick at the top of the hill. I just don't think I've been brave enough. To be fair, a lot of the time I haven't actually had a clean run up to this section, so I'm not quite sure what I can and can't get away with. We were late on the brakes there. I wanted to get on the power a lot sooner there, and I could have done, except for a BMW was in the way. Oh god, the BMW is really struggling around here. Where am I going to find a way past? Into the final corner, maybe? Nope, Scotty is going to cover that one. Now, can I do a spectacular around the outside? Not quite. Almost worked. Car Guy was looking for a cutback, couldn't do it on us. We've still got momentum here. The Cadillac's going. See, I think what the Cadillac wants to do here is he's wanting to try and sneak past on the inside of me. I am hoping. Now, I'm going to go a bit deeper here. My plan is, can we, with 3 wide on the exit, I wanted to try and be able to keep my car on the circuit and get the sort of power down on the exit. God, this thing really is a bit longer than I'm expecting it to be. Again, apologies to Scotty. I just don't realise how far the nose of my car sticks out at the front. Oh god, we got pushed through. We got a little bit of assistance from an RS6 in that one. Car is on the gravel again. It's been some proper touring car racing back here between a Corvette, an RS6, an M4, and a CT4. They're still making contact back there. Really is full touring car race today for us. I mean, it's not. We're not going to get the finish. We're not going to get the finish. I don't think we had a clean lap in the entire bloody thing. It has been spectacular. That is for sure here. Can I get off the corkscrew well here? I mean, we can do it. If we could somehow get around the outside of this corner, which is what we tried before, but is very difficult to do. We can send it to the inside down here. Problem is, it's a big sausage curb on the inside that when you hit, you just get bounced wide. Scotty is going to defend the inside really hard down this bit. If we can get on the power... Oh, can we win the drag race to the line? I don't know if we can. Not quite. I feel like if we could have had a lap where we didn't have everybody... I mean, we finally had a lap where we didn't have anybody around us. God, the X-Pengs were stupid fast. Like, we could have had a lap to just try and deal with the M4 on its own. I feel like we could have done it. We just didn't. We just didn't at any point. But there we go. God dear. It was a thing. It was a race. It was quite manic and quite silly. Yeah, we just all got stacked up, and we all got stacked up, and then we all got stuck fighting each other, and yeah, in the end, no one could quite find a way past. I like the Corvette. Nice car. Not the best of races, really, for it, but that is how it goes sometimes. So, there we have it. It was... some interesting races, some hectic races for me in the Corvette. Truth is, this was a very good car. It was a very, very good overall car. It wasn't the fastest in a straight line, but it was certainly competitive down the straights, and it was very, very good in the corners. I liked it. It worked exactly as I would have wanted it to. We didn't quite get the results due to a little bit of bad luck at Laguna, a little mistake at Laguna, and then getting stuck in traffic and just couldn't get through the field quite quick enough at Mugello. But it was a lovely car to drive. Absolutely lovely car to drive. So yeah, I think for these regulations, I was very, very happy with how the Corvette ended out. Just didn't quite get the finishing positions that I would have wanted. However, it was a lot of fun. So there we go. That is going to be it for this video. If you would like to sign up to take part in the next one of these, you can via our Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Find the Versus the Community sign up section, and you can register to take part in there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.